Hi guys, welcome back again to another GC video. How are you guys doing? I know you're doing absolutely fantastic. Well, in today's video I'm going to be talking about how to switch jobs or how to change jobs here in the UK. This is the second time I'm doing this video, and this is the reason. This is the second time I'm doing this video on this channel, and the reason being that the first time I did this video I didn't really go like consistently as onto laying out the steps that you need to go through to seamlessly change jobs here in the UK. And also because a lot of people are still coming into my DM asking me after I did a video talking about the fact that I have got a 5-year visa renewal here in the UK, and they are wondering what they need to do if they want to change job, if they want to switch job, if they want to update their visa with a new employer, right? So let's say probably you have been brought into the UK by one company, they've given you a visa, that visa is about to expire, but you do not want to continue with that company, you want to switch providers, or probably you are relocating, you are leaving where you were, you want to change employer entirely to another employer, you are leaving the care home to the NHS, you are leaving the NHS to the care home, you are leaving to a private hospital. Whatever your situation might be, you want to switch employers in the UK, then definitely this video is for you. Watch this video right until the end, and if you still have any questions, put them in the comment section down below and let me see how best I can go about it. If it is your first time coming across my channel, my space, hi, my name is Becca. I'm a migrant. If it is the first time I've come across my channel, my space, hi, my name is Becca. I'm a migrant since originally from Ghana in West Africa. I practice, I live, and I work in London on this channel. Basically, I talk about nursing, I do lifestyle videos, vlogs, a little bit of me, fun and positive vibes here and there. Right, so let's go straight to the point. If you want to change employers here in the UK, the first step you have to go through is to take your contract from your previous employer and read what we call the repayment clause or the end of contract clause. There should be something in the contract stating when you want to leave, especially if you haven't fulfilled the part of your contract, if you haven't finished every year on the visa that they have given you. There is a part of the contract that definitely will state what you have to do, or how much you have to pay, or how much notice period you have to give. Put all these things into consideration. So some people will tell you have to give 2 months notice period, you have to give a month notice period, you have to give 6 weeks notice period, you have to give 2 months notice period. Whatever notice period it is stated in there. That is number one. Number two, how much money are you going to be paying if you haven't finished your contract? Some employers do not bind you, they don't tie you to anything, they just tell you to go free of charge. You came to work with us, you've served us, and ideally that is what it is supposed to be, because mind you, you've gone to work with them, you've given your quota, you have drained your brain, your physical being, your mental energy, everything has gone into serving this company. So when you are leaving, ideally, with what I know, you must not pay anything. But however, sometimes you do not see it coming that you are going to leave the company sooner or later, so you do not read the repayment clause. You don't know that you are supposed to be paying some monies. It happened to me when I was switching from my first job that brought me to the UK, and because I was already determined to leave, I paid that money quietly and left. So look at that repayment clause, how much money you have to pay. If it is money that is going to be involving, then you have to start saving that money up. If it is money that you feel can be taken out from your salary, you have to contact your HR. You have to contact your HR and tell them that these are my plans of leaving. If I want to leave, how do you intend to take this money out of my salary? Are you going to take it out in installments? How? They will be the best people to tell you how they want you to pay that money. Sometimes they put it in the contract. They tell you, we are going to be taking it from your salary in 2 installments, in 3 installments. If it is not clear in your contract, then you have to go back to HR or the recruitment team or whoever gave you that contract to ask them what exactly you have to do to free yourself if you want to leave. If it is something you can pay in installment through your salary, you can arrange that. But mind you, have a backup money, because once they start taking that money out of your salary and you don't have enough money to survive on, then you are going to find yourself wanting. But if your contract doesn't say anything about repayment clause or paying any monies or anything, still ask for clarification. If they still say you are not going to pay any money, then hooray, that is a big hurdle you have crossed. So now you know your notice period, and you know whether or not you are going to pay any money. The next thing you have to do is to start hunting for a job. The job hunting is the real deal. That is a full-time job, to search for a job that gives sponsorship. Mind you, especially if you are trying to switch to private companies, it's not all private companies that give sponsorship. It's not every job that offers sponsorship. It's not every company that has sponsored license. So you have to be careful. You have to seek, ask questions. When you apply for the job, state it in your description that you will need tier 2 sponsorship. Let it be clear from the word go, so that you don't waste time applying for 100 jobs and getting unfortunate. That is an absolute waste of time. So the first approach, you approach your company, ask them, hi, please, I am so and so, I will need sponsorship license and I want to apply for this job. Is this something you can offer me? If they say yes, we apply, we give or we grant sponsorship license, then you can go ahead to apply for this job. The next thing is to prepare for your interview. UK interviews are scenario based. If you haven't watched my interview that interview I did actually was the job I accepted. So I applied for a lot of jobs. I had 4 offers. I did a lot of interviews, and then I went to this particular company because their requirements or whatever they were offering matched what I wanted perfectly. Proximity, salary, and everything was what I was looking for. Conditions of service, terms of work, the specialty they were into is something I was hungry to know about, so I went with them. So if you haven't watched that interview on how to assay your nursing interviews, please go ahead. I'll leave the link somewhere. Go and watch that video and see how I assayed my interview. Right, so with my step, when I did the interview that same day, I did the interview at around 10 o'clock. That same day, less than 2 hours, they gave me an offer letter telling me, congratulations, you've got your offer letter and all that, stating everything that is going to happen in the offer letter. So the next thing is to either accept the offer or refuse the offer. The fact that you've been given an offer does not mean that you must accept it, because you might have done more than 3 interviews and they all gave you offer. So you will not have to look through the offer, look through what they are offering to see if you are happy with it. If you're happy with it, you go with it. You write an acceptance letter to acknowledge the offer they've given you. And then they can start what we call the onboarding process. So the onboarding process is doing things like your disclosure of barring service, which is your DBS. They'll take some documents from you, like your old BRP, your passport, and stuff like that. They will outline everything that they want you to submit, immunization record and what have you. Once you've started your onboarding process, ask them, when am I going to get my certificate of sponsorship? Because by right, the time that they gave you that offer, they must be starting your sponsorship visa process to get Home Office to give you the sponsorship license. So in my case, it took me 6 days to get my certificate of sponsorship. So in my case, it took me just 6 days to get my certificate of sponsorship from my new employer. They gave me certificate of sponsorship in 6 days after I accepted the offer, and then I had to do my own visa application. In my case, there was no repayment clause in the offer. If I wanted to leave at any time within that 5 years, I wasn't going to pay any money at all. So I did the visa application by myself, which is very easy to do. I'll try and upload a video on how I did my visa application process by myself. I have done visa application since I came to the UK. The visa I did when I was coming from overseas, I did it myself. When I was moving from the NHS to the care home, well, that's when I had a visa immigration consultant who assisted, because it was the company's decision. They took that. But when this particular one I did it myself. When I was applying for my kids' visa, I did it myself. When I was applying for my parents' visa, I did it myself. It is very easy and straightforward. So I applied for my visa. I got an appointment date. I went for my biometrics, and within 7 days to 10 days, I had my new visa application approved, and then they posted my BRP to me by post. So these are the steps you have to consider when you are going to change job. If you are looking forward to migrating or to moving, to changing locations from where you are to another location, then you have to look into accommodation. Wherever you are going, try and sort out accommodation there. Try and sort out, go to where the workplace is. Look at the proximity from your house address to where you are going to be working. Sort out, if you have kids, sort out schooling for your kids through the council. Look at transportation system, their crime rate and stuff like that. If you are also going to be offering, or if you are going to be giving a short notice like 4 weeks, don't put in your notice yet, because what most people do, or what they do not know, is that once you leave a sponsorship visa and you are switching to another visa, and that sponsorship that you are on is cancelled, you only have 60 days to live in the UK. After that 60 days, you become an illegal migrant and your process is going to be complicated. So try not to complicate your process. Look at your notice period. If it is 4 weeks notice period they've given you, make sure that you have your certificate of sponsorship from your new employer. At least see the COS with your eyes. If possible, apply for your visa and even go for your biometrics before you can before you can resign from that job. In my case, I didn't even give my notice period. I went for my BRP. I got my BRP, my new BRP for my new employer before I gave my notice period. I was still working with my old employer for that 4 weeks notice period before I left. So this is just the steps you have to consider. If there is anything I haven't mentioned, you can just put them in the comment section. Let me know how best I can go about it. But yes, don't be in a rush to accept any job until you are very sure it is a job that is going to sustain you. It's a job that you're going to live in for long, and I mean, it's something that you are going to be doing for long. Yes, but even if you can't do it for long, that's your own decision that you have to take. Don't be under any duress. Just make sure that your contract states the repayment clauses are very clear and it is something that you can work around. It's something that is feasible, that is not going to hold your truth when you want to leave that employer. I think that is just what I think this is what I've got to say in this video. If there is anything I forgot, just put them in the comment section. Let me see how best I can go about it. Thank you so much for watching, as always, for constantly coming back to the channel. If you are new to my space, my name is Becca. On this channel, basically, I talk about nursing. I do lifestyle vlog videos, a little bit of me, fun and positive vibes here and there. Smash the like button for this video, turn the post notification bell icon, share this video with somebody that it may benefit. And until we meet again in my next video, guys, is bye. Bye-bye.